What's up guys, I'm Caleb and welcome to the channel. In this video we're going to be going over a lot of different light setups for your Bronco or other types of off-roaders if you will. Now we're going to have two Broncos with two different light setups and we're going to be going up into the Sierras, out into the mountains where it's going to be raining a little bit tonight, so hopefully that won't interfere with what we're trying to do. Now it's an easy trail that we're going to be doing, and the main reason is that I picked this trail is it's clear. I can get some good drone shots and kind of show you an overhead view of the light output as it goes on all sides and out in front of the Broncos. Now we have two different setups. Like I said, I'm going to show you this one here, which is mine, and then I'm going to show you my friends, and then we're going to go over different types of light setups, why you might need light, how much light you might need, and just different options out there. So stay tuned and let's go have some fun. Also real quick, you may have noticed that I am wearing a jacket. That is because it is in the 50s right now and it's forecasted to get down into the 30s tonight, guys. There's even snow on the forecast above 9,000 feet and it's still September. So the rest of the snow from last year isn't all even melted yet. That's kind of crazy. But anyway, on to the lights. Okay, so on the front of my Bronco, I have a mix of different types of lights. If you'll notate, I've got these pod lights up here. You've seen those in some previous videos. Those pod lights are about $40 from Harbor Freight for the pair. It's 2,200 lumens each, and they're floodlights. I've had them for a year and a half on my Bronco since day one almost. They're still going strong. There's no condensation, there's no yellowing, and they do really well. Now with ditch lights, you want to have them angled out because the whole purpose of them is to kind of capture off to your sides as you're going down a trail. So as you take corners and stuff, you know what's going to be coming on your corner, and you can see any deer that might be coming. Because you know, not everyone wants to hit a deer. So I like those, one of the first mods I did, and they're one of the #1 light mods I recommend for most people, because most people, to be honest, don't need crazy lights. They don't need super high quality. They just need something cheap to help them get a little extra visibility out there in case they get stuck at night. Now don't be that guy also that leaves your lights running while you're driving. Please don't do that. It's very annoying. It's very annoying. Don't be that guy. All right, let's go on to the next one. Okay, another light that is also very well used, and that's more of like in foggy situations, snowy situations. If you do a lot of that kind of driving, especially if you're out here in the mountains, we have all kinds of different conditions that might pop up at any time. You're gonna want some amber style fog lights. Now the amber does well at cutting through reflective stuff like fog, snow, rain, whereas white light will refract off of it and come back into your eyes, and you're not gonna be able to see any better than without it. Ambers will cut through a little bit better, give you that little bit of extra visibility. Now these are also cheap. They're $36 for the pair. They're ambers. They're 4,000 lumens per light, and they actually do really well. They have a nice aluminum housing. They've been there for about 3 months now, and I haven't noticed any issues on the lights. I'm really excited about them. Well, more like 2 months actually. They're doing well, but I also haven't had a chance to actually test them on the trail yet, but we're gonna do that tonight. Next up, these lights, a little bit more expensive, okay? I like to go fast off-road. Sometimes I go fast at night. Sometimes I need floodlights because I'm doing a lot of night rescues, recoveries, that sort of thing. I do that for fun on the side. I do it quite a bit, and I also like to go fast, like I said, at night, off-road in the desert. So when I'm doing that, you're gonna need some good floodlights to kind of flood the area around your vehicle to give you the max amount of light possible directly in front of your vehicle. Enter Project X. Now these lights are fantastic. I got them at a pretty good discount through a friend of mine that has a company, AC Fab. They were $250 per light. I know that's pretty expensive, but these bad boys put out 15,000 lumens each. Okay, that's a total between two lights of 30,000 lumens. I had to use a calculator to figure that out, but I got it figured out. So you'll see tonight just how bright these lights are and how well they work, guys. It floods everything in front of you all over the place, saturates the area with light. You have no worries about seeing what's in front of you on the trail whatsoever. So very good. Even if you're on like the Rubicon or you're caught out at night, you'll use these too, just so you can see exactly where you want to put your line. It's really handy to have. Most people that off-road recreationally do not need these, nor do I recommend them, but if you want them, Project X has them. They're pretty darn cool. Now another thing that people like, and one of the mods people tend to get pretty quickly, even though it's honestly probably one of the least needed ones, is your light bar. Now again, these are Project X. These are the FF70s. The front ones are the HP70s. The FF70s have about 38 100 lumens per light. I've got 5 of them up there. That equals a little bit more than 19,000 lumens for the entire light bar. Those are spots. They're not flood, they're spots. So the reason I want spots up top, one, I don't want that light refraction down into my windshield, but also that light will shoot out in front of the vehicle. This is also for high-speed off-roading. I'm talking really high-speed off-roading at night. Well, you need to see way out ahead of you so you can make decisions about where you're going, lines you might need to pick, any obstacles or dangers that might be coming up. That's where those come into play, guys. You don't need those for most slow trails at night. Honestly, you really don't. Your headlights are pretty darn good, especially if you put them on bright. But if you want, these bad boys are at Project X and they are killer. I absolutely love them. All right, guys, that's what I have for my light setup. And like I was saying, this is not what you have to have. All right, this is a little overkill. I'm just trying to showcase and compare different light setups. That's why I have these. I purchased them over time. Sometimes I got some discounts, like in these bad boys, I got a pretty significant discount. But keep in mind, this is just a comparison. You guys make the decision that works best for you. And now I'm going to show you the other Bronco that just arrived and show you what his light setup is. It's quite a bit different than mine, and he'll talk a little bit about why he has what he has. Let's check it out. All right, I'm here with my friend Jed or Chris again. Someone commented last time that he was my dad. No, he's not my dad, but we can call him Father Chris if you want.
Just call me Daddy.
Or Daddy. Anyway, so Chris has a very different setup than I do, although it's still kind of similar in a lot of ways. So walk me through real quick from top to bottom what you have for lights besides your Bronco headlights.
On the top I have the 8-pack of the KC lights that my awesome girlfriend bought for me for my birthday. Then stock headlights, and then I just have one yellow quad, one white quad, and then 2. They're all BAJA Designs.
So are they the pros or the squads?
They're squads.
Squads. All right, cool. So it's like the mid-level,
Yeah.
so to speak. Now, do you know the lumen count for light bar?
Super bright.
I'll look that up and I'll put it on the bottom exactly what the lumen count is for that.
Laser.
It's like a laser beam, yeah. And then, like you said, the S2 squad, BAJA Designs light mixture. It's a bunch of different fog lights and ambers and stuff like that. And the good thing about this setup, one, it's from a really reputable brand, but he's got the same idea. The ambers on the bottom to cut through the fog, rain, snow, all that kind of stuff. He's got his fog lights that are kind of set like a driving line, give you a nice good flood of the area in front of you. And
There's
then
a nice mix of spots and floods on there too. It's not just all floods.
Yeah.
There's a mix of both.
so it's got that mixture, which is something that you want, right? You want that flood, but you also want to see out ahead of you. So the floods will give you a good kind of mid-level, mid-range view, as you'll see in the video, and then the spots will give you way out there. And then the ones up top, the KC HiLites, are those flood or spot or combo?
It's a combo.
Yeah.
I think they're mainly spot.
Yeah, so it just, when you want something up top, you're gonna want it mainly to be spot, because the idea of the light bar is to hit way out there. So yeah, we'll show you a little bit, some B-roll of his shots, my shots, and then and we'll go out on the trail, have fun. Another thing I want you guys to keep in mind is light pollution in your cabin when you use the lights. Now, for example, with the Project X light bar, you're going to get some light pollution in your cabin. It's not too bad, and I have put up tape to mitigate it. This is without the tape though, to give you a true example. But keep that in mind when running a light bar, you could have some light pollution. Okay, now in this clip, I'm going to demonstrate to you one of the big issues I have with my current light setup, and that is on the ditch lights. It's not a big issue, I'll rephrase that. But you'll notice going forward, I have light for days on the Bronco with the HP70s and the Project X FF70 light bar. But on the corners, on my 45-degree angles, I don't have a lot of light penetration. And that's mainly due to my Harbor Freight ditch lights. Now, the Harbor Freight ditch lights are pretty adequate for immediate close-up light output. But you'll see that's with them off, that's with them on. It doesn't make much of a difference with my HP70 combo beams up front. So something I want to get now is a more expensive combo ditch light that I can run that has the flood for immediate flooding on my 45-degree angles, but also spots for light penetration further out so I can see better. Also guys, let me know in the comments below how much lumens you think I have on the front of my Bronco without the headlights. First person to get it right, I'm going to send you a free patch and some other goodies. So let me know in the comments below guys, how many lumens? All right guys, I'm sitting in the back of my Bronco because it's the only light around right now. I forgot my DeVos light, but I got my Quake LED backlight right here on my hatch, just kind of lighting it up so you can really see me, right? And so that pretty much wraps up the video, guys. It just hopefully gives you an idea of what lighting does for you outside at night. Hopefully a lot of the drone shots, I had some difficulty with my drone, but hopefully a lot of the drone shots kind of help portray how important it is to get the different angles of lights, not just facing forward, guys, but you also want a clear field of view to the left and right of you to your sides. Now, like I said, I can do with some better lighting on my ditch lighting, the Harbor Freight lights. They've been great for 40 bucks, like I said, but I think it's time to upgrade to some Project X stuff to get me some more like a combo beam to shoot light further out on my 45-degree angles, so I can see a little better in that regard. But other than that, it's pretty darn good. I'm really happy with it. I must say, the KC HiLites, those are pretty impressive, as were the BAJA Designs. All the lights you've seen were pretty cool. But it's interesting to note, and maybe I'll do, and take note when I show you those clips, or when I'm showing you those clips. The ambers, those ambers on my buddy's Bronco, the BAJA Designs, those are $300 ambers, and then mine are $36. Look at the difference. Yeah, the $36 ones aren't as good, but it's pretty darn close. You don't have to spend a lot of money, guys, on a lot of this stuff, but if you do want quality stuff that is the best, BAJA Designs, Project X, all that stuff is going to be the best way to go. All right, guys, take care, cool your ash, and pack your trash. Bye.